All right, Coach, you scored over 100 in both games, so before you tell me the defensive execution wasn't there, what did you like about the offensive execution?
Well, anytime you get 100 points, that's great. You know, with the rules changing a little bit, you can't really put your hands on guys, and they're taking out a little physical play, and so you should be able to score more points. So I think with the rule changes, that really helps teams. And you are correct, our defense is not the best. We're going to really emphasize that this week, and we've got to be able to shut some people down late in games, especially get some stops. But to get to 100 points last two games was great.
All right, we know Langston's a good team, nationally ranked in the NAI. How does that prepare you to open conference play this week?
Yeah, it was, you know, they really spread us out. They got some quick guards, and then that zero went off on us, and he hit some tough shots. He got his confidence going, and that's going to happen. There's some really good players in the LSC, and you've got to be prepared for that. And what we tried to do there was, you know, we tried to contain him a little bit. We didn't do a great job with that, but we did shut everybody else down, I thought we took away some dribble penetration. Some guys got to the basket in the first half, but then they didn't in the second half. And then we really rebounded the basketball. I think we beat them by 20 on the boards. And so that was a big factor for us, as well as being able to get a little bit. We have a little more size out there this year, and so if teams want to go smaller, we got to really take advantage of them inside, beat them up inside, rebound, and then we still can run too as a team.
Speaking of rebounding, Gage Prim had 2 double-doubles and then had, I think, about 6 boards last time. Ryan Quaid has really been good on the boards, had 18 off the glass. So rebounding, how is that going to be important for the team going forward?
Yeah, you know, if we can keep doing that, things will look good for us. And it's tough because those guys are, you know, 6'6", 6'7", big, strong kids. They can jump a little bit, and they're physical. And so when you have 2 kids out there like that, it really puts some pressure on teams. Who are you going to, you know, kind of try to keep off the glass? And you know, that's where you get Gage out on the perimeter, and I don't think he's that bad out on the perimeter either, staying in front of guys, and Ryan's pretty good. The only thing you got to worry about out there, I think, sometimes is foul trouble, but having those 2 guys in the game is, yeah, it gives us, when they can get double-doubles every night, that's a big plus for us.
You mentioned depth was kind of something that you guys wanted to address this weekend. How do you guys think you did on that front?
Yeah, well, you know, we've got a freshman coming in. His eyes are kind of wide open. We've got a junior college kid, and Victor Lewis, and he's kind of a little bit out of place sometimes. But Rylan Gerber was great. He was a very solid player. He didn't make his shots, but sometimes that's not always a big factor. It's how you do defensively, being in the right spot offensively to be able to maybe make the next pass, or even just to take that shot. And Rylan has been great for us. So some good senior leadership out of him, as well as Jordan Evans, David Chalovic, good leadership. And then Tommy Goat, still involved in the game even though he can't play. Out with an injury right now, but he's still into the game, and that's always good to see out of him and other guys. And our bench is into the game. We just got to get some guys healthy, and then that'll really help our depth as well.
Looking ahead to Western, what challenges do they present?
Well, first of all, it's an 8-hour road trip, and it's a tough place to go play. Last year, I think it was a 4 or 5 point game at halftime, and we did end up pulling away, but we had a very good team last year. And, you know, it's kind of the start of the season, new season for them as well. And they haven't been real strong here in the preseason and the non-conference. But now you have open up conference. They're going to come out guns blazing, and they'll be ready to go. So when you start that conference season, it's kind of a fresh start, and teams have that new energy. And so we've got to match that energy. We've got to really play well on the road. We didn't do that real great last year. Our road record wasn't that great. And so we got something to prove as well. So we got to go out there and do our best, and we'll see what happens.
We know how physical play in the LSC is. How well is this team prepped and accustomed to playing that style of basketball?
Yeah, I don't know if we've seen an LSC type team yet. We've played some very good teams in Pueblo, and Adams State has won some games now. And Adams was pretty physical, but we haven't seen, I don't think, a real physical team yet, so it's going to be tough. And you try to play different teams all throughout the year. We've got a good schedule. We still have to go out to Las Vegas, play Rollins in Southern Indiana, and their top 20 teams. But it's hard to prepare for the LSC. There's just not a lot of teams out there that have big and strong, and they can go 4 or 5 guys deep. And so I think we're prepared with our guys, but until you actually get into the fight, sometimes it's hard to figure it out until you actually get with it.
And scaling back, you kind of talked about how the team struggled on the road last year. David Chalovic post-game also brought up how he thought the team was a little young and how this year the team is grown-ups now. And so what do you think is going to be the difference on the road?
Well, I think hopefully David will have that leadership like you talked about. I think having 3 seniors out there, some guys that have been through the battles before. Ryan Quaid has been here now. This is his 3rd year. Gotch is, I mean, he plays really hard, and he's a leader. Even though he's just a first-year player for us, I think he's someone that really cares and wants to win. But having guys that have been through it before and know what it takes. You know, you've got a freshman right now in Gage Prim. He's never been to Silver City, New Mexico, and so getting on a bus, sitting there for 8 hours, trying to get that figured out, and then trying to get your body to move after you've been sitting on the bus for 8 hours, it's tough for the bigger guys. And so we're going to get out there, we'll get warmed up, we'll try to get acclimated to their gym. We'll have a shoot around the day of, but it's going to be a whole new adventure for him, and hopefully he can lean on some of our older guys to kind of help him through some of the questions and some of the things that he might have with going on the road. But it's always tougher to go on the road. The crowd's going to be against you. The officials sometimes fall into that trap, and we've got to keep our heads, play our game, and hopefully we'll be all right.
Thanks, Coach.